welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back with another interesting video today. This is going to be another test of a drill. This is a Makita model 6233. Now you notice this has a 1/2 inch chuck. Now let me explain something real quick. Back in the mid 90s, Makita made a lot of tools, and they made the model 6233, which was a 3/8 inch cordless 14 volt drill. They also made a 6333, which was this exact same drill with a 1/2 inch chuck. Now I have the 3/8 version, but I've put a 1/2 inch chuck on here. So basically what I'm trying to say is this is a 6333 or a 6233 with a 1/2 inch chuck. So anyway, let me get to talking about this test. This is a 14.4 volt 2 amp hour cordless drill. This battery came fresh off the charger just now. Down here I have a piece of 4x4 stock, and I'm going to be running a 1 inch auger bit. Now this is one of those Irwin Speed Bore Max. This is a very tough drill to do out of a cordless tool because it has 3 cutting flutes. It's a very intense test, and that's why I'm choosing this bit for this test today. Now we're probably not going to get any kind of impressive amount of holes that we're going to drill, because again, this is an extreme test. This is, by one, you know, it's a heavy duty bit to be running, and two, we're drilling through a 4x4. So, you know, I did a 18 volt test earlier. 480 inch-pounds of torque was that drill. This one's 330 inch-pounds of torque. I did a 480 this morning, and it drilled 5.5 holes, I think it was, and it was an 18 volt 1.5 amp hour battery. So this is a 14.4 2 amp hour battery. You know, it's going to be a tough test. So let me reposition the camera real quick, show you what we got here. Let's take a look and let's start drilling some holes, folks. So you can see that I already have almost 5 holes drilled, and I don't know if you can tell, but I've kind of scratched a line in here to kind of separate the previous testing, so I can show the testing that I'm going to do now. So first thing I'm going to try is I'm going to see if this thing will drill in high speed, which I highly doubt that it will, so I'll probably have to shift it down to low. But let's try it in high. Not a chance. So let's back it out, put it in low. Let's get to drilling. That is pretty intense. We'll be lucky to get 1 or 2 holes. I don't think we're going to have enough power. Well, we got 1 hole. That's pretty impressive for an old drill like this. Let's see if we can get another one. You know, when you drill so slow and it's so hard like that, it just heats up your batteries and it makes the holes very hard to drill. Let's do another one, see if we can get a second one out of it. You know, these auger bits are self-feeding. They have this screw basically that just pulls the bit through. I don't have to push down at all. This is a pretty extreme test, folks. I think it's pretty obvious that this isn't the tool for the job. So we got 2 holes out of this drill, and the battery still has plenty of juice, but I'm gonna go ahead and stop this test right now, folks, because there's no need to continue at this point. This drill is clearly, it's obvious that this is not the drill for this heavy of a bit. This is way too much for this drill. And if I was to continue to drill for the test, which honestly I'm curious how many we would get out of this battery, but going that slow and when it's holding that drill bit back that much, we're causing a lot of heat inside the tool and the battery, and I don't want to ruin the battery or burn out the motor. So I'm going to call this test. I'm going to stop it right here, and we'll just say we got 2 holes out of it. I can hear that the battery is pretty low on juice too, so I might have got a 3rd one, and that's actually pretty impressive considering what this tool is. You know, being a 14.4 2-amp hour, and this is mid-90s technology of a drill. And again, you might be thinking, how is he saying that 2 holes is impressive? You know, these 2 right here. I say that because remember, we're drilling through 4x4. And this is a 1-inch 3 flute bit. This is a pretty intense bit to run. So anyway, folks, I want to say thank you for joining me today on this video. I hope you got some good, useful information out of it. Please feel free to give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to share it, leave comments down below, and if you like the content on my channel, please subscribe. I'd love to have you. And if you get bored, please go check out my Facebook page. And until next time, have a beautiful day, folks. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Now, by no means is this a bad drill. I just want you to understand, this is a very good drill. 330 inch-pounds of torque. This is just an extreme test for it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.